Welcome to part 2 of Ready or Not, Here I Come. This is December the 6th, 2024 by man's calendar. And this is take 3 on this particular part. I keep having issues. But anyway, the Lord knows all things. And we should certainly get back into this word. I want to really dig into this book. And we know that Luke was talking to Theophilus. But have you studied out about how much that this is a reflection? This is God. God has given us this book. He has compiled these witnesses together for us. That even 2,000 years later, He could call us. For as many as the Lord thy God shall call. Right? We are the far off. We are there far off. They prayed for us, and Jesus prays for us. And how significant is that? But anyways, let's get on back into this word. I'm going to jump back in here at verse 4. This is Luke chapter 1, verse 4. And we're going to talk about Zachariah and Elizabeth a little bit. The family of John. We just got done visiting John, right? So that was good. Now we're going to learn something about John. Some things about John that are important for us to know in the understanding of how John became John. Verse 4. That you might know the certainty of those things wherein you have been instructed. There was in the days of Herod, the king of Judah, a certain priest named Zachariah, of the course of Abi, or Abby, as some probably pronounce it, and his wife was of the daughters of Aaron. You know, Moses' brother Aaron. And her name was Elizabeth. Now, this is Aaron's descendant right here. Zachariah's wife was Aaron's descendant. And they were both righteous before God, walking in all the commandments and ordinances of the Lord blameless. Isn't that wonderful? And they had no child, because that Elizabeth was barren, and they both were now well stricken in years. And it came to pass that while he executed the priest's office before God in the order of his course, according to the custom of the priest's office, his lot was to burn incense when he went into the temple of the Lord. Now, this was incense to the one true God. This was not to an idol. And the whole multitude of the people were praying outside at the time of incense. And there appeared to him an angel of the Lord standing on the right side of the altar of incense. And when Zacharias saw him, he was troubled, and fear fell upon him. But the angel said to him, Fear not, Zachariah, for your prayer is heard. And your wife Elizabeth shall bear you a son, and you shall call his name John. His prayer was heard for a child. God had tarried for a reason. And you're going to find that out. No, it doesn't come right out and say that, but you got to understand, and as you read this word, you begin to understand the heart and mind of God, that he never does anything without purpose. These things teach us patience when we have to wait for something we prayed for. But it ends up being such a wonderful blessing once we receive it, doesn't it? Only fools rush in. Only fools rush in. And you shall have joy and gladness, and many shall rejoice at his birth. But the angel said, Fear not, Zachariah, for your prayer is heard. And your wife Elizabeth shall bear you a son, and you shall call his name John. That's verse 13. And you shall have joy and gladness, and many shall rejoice at his birth. Many's going to rejoice at John's birth, the angel tells him. But why? Let's go on into this. For he shall be great in the sight of the Lord, and shall drink neither wine nor strong drink, and he shall be filled with the Holy Ghost, and even from his mother's womb. And many of the children of Israel. Now listen to this part. because he's going to be filled with the Holy Ghost from his mother's womb. And many of the children of Israel shall he turn to the Lord their God. Now remember, Pentecost has not took place yet. So being filled with the Holy Ghost was just God's presence in one or another at this point. It was just wherever the Lord went, the Lord went. And he shall go before him in the spirit and the power of Elijah. And that's talking about going before Jesus. In the spirit and the power of Elijah, to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the disobedient to the wisdom of the just, to make ready a people prepared for the Lord. I've been trying to prepare you for the Lord, but you all have not wanted to listen. And Zacharias said to the angel, whereby shall I know this? He's questioning the angel now. For I am an old man, and my wife well stricken in years. And the angel answering said to him, I am Gabriel. Gabriel, one of the 7 spirits of God. I am Gabriel, that stand in the presence of God, and am sent to speak to you, and to show you these glad tidings. And behold, you shall be dumb and not able to speak until the day that these things shall be performed, because you believe not my words, which shall be fulfilled in their season. You see, angels have power with the Lord. And here Gabriel smote Zachariah, a priest, one of God's priests, and made him dumb that he could not talk. Because he refused to believe the angel of the Lord. From now on, when you all refuse to believe me when I have told thee a thing, thou shalt be dumb until said time of your deliverance. When you believe God, then you shall be released and be able to speak. It is time for you all to realize that you cannot keep smiting angels. And the fear of the Lord is going to return to you. Like it or lump it. I'll see you in the next part. And we are going to recap this from verse 19 on. I want there to be understanding on what is about to happen and take place here.